What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse, and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time, and today is a return. Long time Sonic and the Black Knight. I think I've only heard this game one time. That was a while ago. A while ago. I don't even remember what song that was. But this is Molten Mine, requested by the German Wizard, and voted on by my patrons for my upcoming series of VGM Vibes 5, where the theme is fire. So just a really quick backstory. I'm doing that episode, which obviously deals with themes, and this one's going to be fire themed. And they suggested some names, they voted. This one was in the top votes. Here it is. So let's get into it. It's from the channel Sega Topic, so I'm guessing this is probably on Spotify. I don't know anything about Sonic and the Black Knight, but people talk about it. People talk about it a lot. You know what? In the meantime, while this is playing, I'm going to search what that other song I did was and when that was, because it's been a while. Anyways, this is Molten Mine from Sonic and the Black Knight. Sounded like live and learn for a second. Oh. Horn section. I'm guessing that has to do with this soundtrack specifically. A long time. It's been a little more than 2 years. June 2022. I heard With Me. It's been a while. I wouldn't guess it's a Sonic though. Nylon? Yeah. I mean, I know Sonic has a lot of variety, but I would never guess it's a Sonic. Listening to the bass. I know the guitar was there, but I was listening to the bass. It's such a bizarre image to me, like Sonic holding a sword. This must have been like a really experimental game or something. Or who knows, maybe they did more with it. I don't know. It has a nice full sound though, so it's just kind of not newer, but like maybe Dreamcast and up. Let's see. Sonic and the Black Knight. 2009. So that was that the Wii? I know Sonic eventually changed teams. I didn't see it. It probably says right here. There's a lot of composers on this. Like 6. Dun, 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 da, da, da. Not gonna lie, I kinda wanna see what the game looks like. You even had toys and merchandise for this game? He even has like a little gauntlet on his... Oh. Well, as we know, Sonic is quite popular around here. Okay. There's a lot to discuss here. First of all, it's been just over 2 years since I've heard this game. I've only heard it one time 2 years ago, and that was with me. Don't remember what it sounded like back then. Haven't heard it since. So, it's been a while. And I'm assuming back then I must have said something about what I'm going to say now, and that's... This feels like such a... like a black sheep of the series. Mind you, I stopped playing Sonic after 2, 3, like that era. So, early stuff. I missed out on all the 3D, all the transition to the Nintendo stuff, which still blows my mind. Because of the, like, hardcore Sega campaigning of the 90s. You know, like blast processing. Guess who was the face of blast processing? So it's so weird to see like Nintendo with him. Anyways, so I missed out on all that, like the Live and Learn era, the Sonic Boom era, all that. You know, basically just think like early 90s. This is like when I experienced Sonic. So, but even then, like I said, I've had on the channel, I've had multiple Sonic videos from different games from all throughout the series and all that. And this one looks like it stands out, you know? I didn't get to see any pictures of it when I was looking up some stuff. I just saw that it was from the Wii, 2009. There's a bunch of composers, and I just keep staring at this image, and it just looks like such a... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it definitely looks like a bold decision. You know, maybe they went the RPG route. Maybe they went the action adventure route. Why is he holding a sword? I don't know. You know, like, what I know Sonic as is fast moving through levels, jumping on enemies, going in spirals. No weapons. And Knuckles and Tails are in there somewhere, and Shadow as well. I don't know anything about Shadow, I just know he exists. Because he's like the cool, edgy one. I don't even know if Shadow's a bad guy or a good guy, but he's there. So, yeah, I definitely want to know more about Sonic and the Black Knight. And something immediately caught my attention was like the horn section, like early on in the song. Like, yeah, there was a guitar and everything that was cool, it was like metal. But to me, like hearing horns and orchestral arrangement in Sonic was so bizarre to me. It stood out so hard. And that's what makes me think like this has to be like this really experimental thing that they did. I really need to go hear the other one I did 2 years ago. And I'm going to guess that the whole soundtrack is probably a lot like this song right here. Like it still has that like bite and that rock edge, but has some classical flavorings in there, which honestly sounds kind of cool. You know, maybe it was like they were trying to have a more like mature Sonic, or I don't know what, you know, they've changed their style so many times. There's so many different music genres within the game. Some people know Sonic as like this dance techno thing, this metal thing. You know, Sonic Frontiers is like super brutal. And it also has, I think, like electronic like EDM stuff as well. And then there's this, and then you had like that kind of like cheesy butt rock, as they call it. So they've been everywhere. I mean, it makes sense for how long it's been around, you know, 30 something years, something like that. I think the things that stood out to me the most were the horns, and then that acoustic guitar in there too. That was kind of cool, because the acoustic guitar was playing very similar to how a nylon guitar would play. Kind of sort of flamenco classical style, but it was on an acoustic, so the strings were very bright and, steel as opposed to nylon. So the song title and the whole purpose of this video, right? Molten Mine. It's pretty hot for the word molten to be mentioned, right? Burned to the degree of liquefying, basically. So lava, but who knows, really? It's a molten mine. Maybe it's not lava particularly, but I don't know. Like I was really trying to think of a setting, because at the end of the day, two things were really going through my mind at the exact same time. Like, okay, you've heard this song or you've heard this game once, but it was a very long time ago. It's gonna sound really new and different, and it did. But also what it was requested for, which was these fire themes. So I'm trying to picture the setting, where the heat comes in. So the song really, to me, didn't have a whole like hot feel to it. Although, of course, I just don't have context. It definitely sounded more like the background, though. Like a castle kind of that thing. This fit the song more than the actual thing. Of course, again, I don't know what it looks like, but I would have to assume it's probably really dark. A lot of molten steel, a lot of orange, That's kind of where the electric guitar comes in, I think. I just don't think of orchestral typically when I think of like a molten mine, I guess, When I think underground, I think a couple things come to mind. I think underground, I think tunnel, I think, the carts, I think all that stuff. I don't hear classical in there, at least in my brain. Cool song though. It's just something about this game that just it's I don't know what it is. It's not bad. I feel like it's maybe I don't know, cult classic. Maybe a lot of people hate it, and then the people that love it really love it. Maybe it's universally praised. I don't know. I don't hear about it too much, but I do hear about it. That's, again, another reason I think it's like a black sheep. I'm gonna have to hear it a couple more times, because like I said, this will be in that episode of the fire themes, and it was voted for quite a bit of votes. This got a lot of votes. Sonic gets a lot of votes in general, but yeah, I mean the name is perfect. Molten Mine. I guess when I saw the title, I was expecting more of a, when some games use like the environment as percussion, so like dings and metal clangs and all that. I was expecting that. Obviously, if something doesn't meet my expectations, I'm not going to think less of it. It's just that's what I was going in with. So it totally surprised me with the horns and then the acoustic guitar and all that. It was really, really cool. It was really cool, but just totally threw me off. It's not what I would think of when it comes to fire immediately, but that's kind of the genius of the episodes I'm making, is like it doesn't really necessarily have to sound fire, there's so many things. It's just relating to fire. So we will talk about it more when I hear it more, and you can tell me everything about it, since you will help me decide what I'm going to say in that video, because I've never played this game, so I don't know what's going on. Feel free to elaborate as much as possible. Thank you for the votes. Thank you to the German Wizard. Let me know more about Sonic and the Black Knight. I don't know how many more requests I have for Sonic and the Black Knight. I don't think too many. Thank you to my patrons you see here. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Later.